see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort. Return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They go to the ground. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around, but I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
To the ground, he's got it again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
The give to the back. Past the 40. On the move is the 30. Oh, he found a space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Gators.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's locked. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Looking for room, it's Jackson. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Power football with the run. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Roberts. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
That's a 3rd down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So 3rd down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
He's got it at the 30. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Ohio State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for blockers. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The give to the back. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give out of the gun. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the 1st as they mark it at the 32.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The Gators are flying down the field. Send the tight end in motion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
And the Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Defense might bring the house here. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's going to fire deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the review.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Florida! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so if they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by, he makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Drive comes from the 26-yard line. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The RPO, it's complete. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Pitts. Into the secondary on the right. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find...
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Buckeyes pounded They'll give it to him again. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he added the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Old Dominion is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over the Red Hawks of Miami. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear of it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. He wants to throw. It's incomplete. Trying a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be third down.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller's going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
From the gun on third down. Quickly to the tight end. Got room at the 35. Racing down the left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And the Buckeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Give to the running back. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the ground with the back. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right foot.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Gators back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll ride the hot hand. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Well, right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions with the QBs throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Touchdown, Gator! A great catch and run for 6.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Done enough for the first. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Might as well give it to him again. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to pass. Under fire. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. He'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's Pitts. And they swarm him under. And the Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. The offense changing the play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Hands it off. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
To the air on second down. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gators will boot it away to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab on the left. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking to throw on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They'll try the run. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Motion from the wideout. Second down, they'll go to the air. On the run, still looking. He'll pull it down and run. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Direct snap. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal coming up. He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And that one will give him the lead.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Running back searching for a hole. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And they can't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. The screen, and watch out. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
They booted away on 4th down. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quarterback on the keeper. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
To the air on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week, he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
The give to the tailback. He's in open space downfield. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He'll keep it himself. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. A first down run in the red zone. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first three periods. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
Ringo. Get set. Razor.
Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the two-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll go right back to the run. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. You saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. It's caught downfield. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds.
There he goes. Makes it past the marker. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Hard running there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Everybody and their brother showing blitz. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Out of the gun, the inside give. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll leave it with him. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida! Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Love. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Just barely able to keep him from pouncing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win, he picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11.
Cricket.
The handoff keep working on that clock. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. But the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
They'll move the wide receiver. A run for the quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. DB's right up on the receivers. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Working the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Defensively, it's like which one of these guys are the most dangerous? Goodness gracious, you got so many guys that spread you out with speed and wide receivers that you think about taking away the passing game. And then what do? They put him in motion, and he goes across the formation really quickly. They give him the football, and he just so fast, chews up yardage. Defensively, there's so many things to be talking about, to be talking through, and then they do stuff like that. It's even more confusing.
He leaves it with his back. Oh, he's got some space. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you've got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up